Welcome to another episode of Unicorn Street No Chaser podcast, where we always give you education, a laugh, and heavy pour. As usual, I have my left and my right hand with me. To my right, Tokyo T. So what do you mean? Tokyo T. Smarty is. And to my left,
Tony Baloney.
and as always, I'm sovereign by night, Vixen by day. So this is going to be a unique show today. We are going to focus heavily on our mayhem and media. There has been an explosion of things going on in the news, on Facebook, Instagram, and we are just going to focus this episode entirely on pop culture and the topics that are leading the news. So, Tony, did you have something in particular that you wanted to start off with?
No, nothing in particular. How about
You
you?
have to lie.
You
have to look at me like that.
Before the show came on, I looked at the video in your face and asked you, who did you want to start off?
Beyonce. So, we could do a rundown.
Cheers.
We could do Terry Crews. We got Terry Crews, Elijah McClain. We have Lil Nas X. We have Sukiyana, Beyonce and her blood.
What you see in the video?
No, I didn't. Let's just look at
You ain't see the video?
I didn't see it.
Girl. They was just
We
eating
watching it
straight
tonight.
pudding.
So, okay. So for those who are not familiar, let's take it back to Cardi B and her WAP video. You know, that was very notorious.
Whopper got shit on there.
She featured several up and coming rap artists of the female variety, and in particular, there was one Sukiyana the Goat. She's infamous on Instagram. She's very much shock value. If you think Cardi is bad, Suki is like 20 times worse. She recently had went viral because she had a video of her giving head to her fiance, and she vomited on his penis and slurped it back up. Okay.
I love Suki. Child, she wow. I love Suki. She is good. John.
I mean, if you know, there's people that have that fetish. They have that fetish. Anyway, she has taken it up a notch. She has recently come out with a video for Pussy Everywhere that is almost entirely female. And when I say I'm a little debaucherous, and I feel like I need to go to church and confess my sins and lay it all on the altar. Breasts everywhere.
I watched it twice.
Out. They were scissoring each other. They were fingering themselves.
And everywhere.
Openly masturbating. They were scissoring each other. I mean,
it was a porn.
tongue and asses. Like, if you ever saw a tip drill, no.
They ain't got nothing on tip drill.
No. It's over. It's over.
I feel like I was.
No, you must see it.
Exactly. Checking rhymes everywhere, okay? Like, I don't understand. Listen to me. I'm already queer. But if I wasn't,
you'll be queer after that.
After you watch this video, you're going to have to do a self-check and see if you still like it. Because I feel like it's something.
Not their penis in there.
No. There's one man in there that is taking off braziers.
I'm pretty sure he had to be.
He's like a butler. He's a man servant.
I don't know why.
Exactly. If you know, you know. Yeah. She now has the award for the craziest, most insane, close to porn. Like, it's a porn. To me, it's a porn. Because once the tongue is in the ass, once I openly see fingers and vagina.
It was a porn. it was a porn.
You know, the only good thing is nobody could get pregnant.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm excited.
I need it for silence.
I'll show you.
I gotta watch it for
I don't mind watching it again.
So here's the question, okay? You know, since we live in the age of social media and things going viral, what exactly is too far? Because I was watching it. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for womanism, because I'm not a feminist, being a womanist and if you are free with your sexuality, whatever. The song wasn't that great. The song was not that great. I didn't pay attention to the song at all. Nothing about the lyrics except for pussy everywhere. Yeah. So you want to create a scandalous video to gain some traction on your song, but the song has to have some type of lyrical value to it, and it just had none. So you just made a porn, and that's it.
I mean, porn so.
It's motherfuckers be putting songs out all the time. Don't make no fucking sense.
Will get a lot of
Hey y'all, hey Beyonce.
But not like she gonna get. I had friend property.
No, but she's gonna get a lot of traction from it. So it was actually probably a really good move for her. Actually, because she's already a sexual person.
Like I was about to say, it's a lot of people out there got pointlessly songs. She ain't the first person able to pointlessly a song. You know.
I mean, is the chorus a hit like
no?
I don't know why.
In my opinion, no. No. I feel like you can make a pointless ass song, but why? Like if you're supposed to be an artist, then wouldn't you care about the quality?
The industry is not about artistry. It's not. It hasn't been about artistry. The industry hasn't been about artistry for a very long time. It hasn't been. So there's so many new artists out there that has great music is not being heard. You know, that's not Sukiana's problem. That's not. She didn't cause it. That was already in the system before she even hit the ground running. They're gonna sell her because she's shock value, and they're gonna push her forward because she's shock.
Songs. I feel like as long as the chorus got a good little vibe to it, then it's good. But if it don't, I don't know. She gonna get her money from the video.
She might.
Everybody keep watching it, and that's where the money comes from.
So Cardi had WAP, and you know that was shock value. Yeah. However, it also was a bop, and it was some artistry to the actual video. That's to me, that's doing it right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I don't know how I felt about the video. I mean, did I enjoy looking at it? Yes, but it's from looking at it from like, okay, her making a mark on the industry, and
is that what you think she
I don't do?
I is that what you got from that? I did not get that. I did not
doing shit.
I did not get her trying to make a mark on the industry.
Right, y'all do what I want.
That's what I got to remember. You gotta follow her on social media to like.
I mean, I know what she does, but I'm saying
you know what she does.
It's not relevant. That doesn't mean anything. Make me remember you. That's it.
That's all.
But you don't want to sell records.
No, I mean downloads and watch. You can get money from YouTube. As long as I watch
people just worried about making the dollars.
Right around her name. That's all you need is followers.
She ain't give a fuck what's going on in that song. She just know people's gonna talk about eating pussy on her video. That's what we doing.
Beyonce, who do you agree with? Which one of us? I need a little clarification.
I can't see the comment.
So let's segue in from Sukiana, since we're talking about shock value and being in the industry and music and doing it well. You know, Lil Nas X, he is in social media news again. Like I feel like he's a troll. He's a troll.
He is.
Oh,
he's trolling the troll.
Yeah,
hilarious.
I didn't get it
at first. I didn't know what the thing was about. Troll, but expert, love it. He's an Aries. It's what they do. So I get it. Y'all want to talk shit to me? I'm about to make y'all all mad. I love it.
And that's all he's doing.
He wouldn't did none of this shit if people didn't hate him so much. I really don't think so. I think he would just be.
Yes, and that's what's so funny about it, because people having discussions about it. They're going deep into it. His agenda
and talk shit about it.
Let me tell y'all
the meme was fucking hilarious.
Nas X agenda is. It's to piss everybody off.
Yes.
It's to piss everybody off. It has nothing to do with his sexuality. It has nothing to do with his music. He knows that he's getting under y'all skin and he's enjoying it, sitting back lit, okay? Because y'all acting like fucking fools. Y'all really are. Y'all showing y'all homophobia. Y'all showing your transphobia. Y'all showing y'all bigotry, and he's just digging deeper into it just to piss y'all off.
And you're helping them sell records. And prime example of how the outrage, the fake outrage, is purely connected to his sexuality. Is, someone brought up, I saw Bill Cosby did a whole fucking episode where all the men were pregnant and giving birth. The roles were completely reversed, and everybody loved that episode. Do you remember that from the Cosby Show when Bill Cosby and them were pregnant, he gave birth to like a submarine, and somebody else gave birth to like a Navy ship? It was like a classic episode, and nobody batted an eye. It didn't offend anyone. No one was upset. Everybody got a laugh out of it. Exactly. So because Lil Nas X is gay, all this fake outrage, only women can do that, and he's making fun of women, and this is going too far. And I'm just like, don't you have something better to do with yourself?
Like, I'm telling y'all.
Then he put the post up like, I gotta get offline because it's upsetting. Yeah. I was cracking up like, yes.
He put the comments right here.
Love it.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Yes, because listen, he probably stopped if y'all just stopped.
Right. If no one gave a fuck, he would just make music and regular people.
He really would.
He's doing the most because y'all are so mad. Like,
I'm mad. Beyonce, I have not heard anybody in the LGBTQ community necessarily comment either way. I don't think they care. I don't fucking think they care. Like, they're like, oh, look, Nas is trolling their asses again.
Right. We're aware of what he's doing. I don't know why the haters are not.
It's an art form. He has taken it, to his peak. And I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy it. Whenever I see him do something, I know that someone is somewhere punching the air.
Boosie.
Boosie is like
up 6 in the morning, like, oh, all the memes. Oh my God, the memes about Boosie.
And they kill me. Like, y'all spend so much time. People spend so much time talking about Lil Nas X. Boosie literally admitted buying a fucking prostitute for his son to get raped. A prostitute for his son. Mm-hmm. Like that right there, a blatant admission.
So that's okay.
He's admitting he's a predator. Meanwhile, y'all still speculating whether Lil Nas X is or not. He's admitting that he is a blatant predator, and y'all still wondering is Lil Nas X and his agenda.
Boosie is somewhere jerking off to the
yes, he loves that.
Child. He probably wish he got him pregnant, child. Right?
100%. Yeah.
But he got him pregnant. Shit.
Definitely, I don't disagree with that at all.
Mm-hmm. He said, "Oh yeah, he is, girl."
All right, so
I'll start this next topic.
Well, go ahead, darling. Go ahead.
Shit. So I want to give us some good news. All right, Elijah McClain. Everybody knows he was murdered August 30th. I was about to say 1990, child. Not 1990, girl. No, 2019. Okay. His murderers. I'm going to name their names. Randy, can you put the picture up, Jess? Don't ask me to put them in order, okay? Because they all look the same.
They all literally look like the same.
They all look the same.
Like no, they look like the same.
They do look like the same person. I'm not even trying to be racist.
Brothers?
No, they just
triplets.
I love Aces. Randy.
They're vanilla.
The alabaster bastard. The alabaster.
I can't even swallow my drink. Okay.
Anyway,
it ain't Jesus alabaster.
The alabaster.
All right, let me shut up. Go ahead.
Stop being racist. The names are Randy Rodema. I don't care about if I'm pronouncing their names wrong. Randy Rodema, Jason Rosenblatt, Jeremy Cooper, Nathan Woodyard, and Peter Pichunik. Anyway, whatever the fuck his name was, they always want to talk about black people names. Their names don't make no sense. All charged with manslaughter and criminal negligence. Yes, girl, I can't say it. Homicide. All of them were charged. Stop fucking names.
I can't. You know how, like, I'm sorry. You know how you used to be in school,
because,
and then the teacher made a paragraph to read, and you, the person before you read it, you like, Your mama ain't never read me.
Bitch, is that what you saying about me? I was about to say, them white names was hard.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Them white names was hard, all right? Don't be laughing at me.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Them white names was hard as shit. What the fuck is his name? How you say that?
He chewing it? No, I don't know. Go ahead.
They
I already said it. Oh, I already did. Y'all didn't ask me after the
All right, okay.
So they was convicted of manslaughter.
Yes, in the murder of Elijah McClain. Stop fucking laughing.
How long they get?
Huh? They've been indicted.
Oh, okay.
The jury indicted them. They haven't been charged yet. That's starting everything off now.
Okay. I'm happy to see it happen. Like, we had a lot of our people murdered, and his death in particular, it hit me so hard because I do believe, even though it was never confirmed, that he may have been on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And I like really, when I was reading his last words, it really made me think about my daughter, and like even thinking about it right now, it upsets me. You know what I mean? To think about how it all came out.
It even happened. Like, he's explaining and stuff. Like, the whole thing, that was insane shit.
I mean, well, we all know how they operate. We all know that regardless on whether he was on the spectrum or whatever he said, and he was a black man, and the results was going to be results at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Regardless on like if he was a nice black man, because he's not the only nice black man or good black person to die in police care.
I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're a good person or not. You know what I mean? I shouldn't die just because
he's from down here.
No.
He
shouldn't die just because he had to come into police custody. The police should never have been called on him in the first place. He was walking home, and as usual, a white person in their home could not mind their business. They felt like he was, suspect and strange, and he was not even that far away from his house.
And it's all about like, the power trips that to be on, because, when situations like that, you look at these videos, they don't give these people a chance to talk and a chance to really explain what's going on. Or even if they do, they don't believe them half the time. You know what I mean? Like, what was that girl that we did last time? Tricks.
Oh, okay.
No, the girl who was walking, she was crying, and the cop held it down and everything. So I got it in my notes. Let me say.
Well, all of that to say that it is taking completely way too long for them to be brought to justice, for them to even acknowledge that he should have never been accosted in the first place, and then to have the footage of what he was saying to them, basically begging for his life and begging for an explanation as to why he was being confronted in the first place, is heartbreaking, and my heart really goes out to their family. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's heartbreaking, and it goes to show you, for the black people that's always like, why don't black lives better the black people? These are the black lives that we fight for. Okay, we're not fighting for Pookie or Jumba, your people who are doing criminal activity, and you're not saying nothing about it. We're not marching for them. We marching for people like Elijah McClain, Breonna Taylor. People who not even people like that. We march for all of them, even if they are fucking criminal. At the end of the day, if you can take Dylan Roof without killing him, you can take him into custody without killing him. You could take a motherfucker with a gun to your head. Well, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. They don't have no excuse in my book. Not anymore.
Mass murderers.
Mm-hmm. They get bullets at that. Ahmad. Yeah. What was his name? What is it? His whole name?
Off the top of my head,
you can't remember, child. And that's the shame, because so many people we can't even remember all the names. We can't, and that's terrible. But that's what
got some justice for this.
Yeah, that's not justice.
It's not justice.
That's just a start.
That's not justice at all.
That's the start, and it's not even complete.
So
we might not
get off.
So we'll keep on following the case and see what happens and what more comes to light. I wish I could remember that young lady's name. Somebody put it on social media. The woman that was at the the sleepover with all the white women.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
She ended up being hung or some shit.
yeah. She died there. Yes, yes. It was very weird, and nobody still has any answers about it. But when you go back to it over the past 2 years, the numbers that we know of, and it's always been this way. It's just that we didn't always have social media, so now it's constantly in our faces. And like I said, we have PTSD from it. Black people have PTSD from it, and particularly it's 2 years on top of everything else, just because visually we've had to see it, and we can't escape it. We can't get away from it. Still, we persist. You know, what are saying Beyonce? She was thrown off the second floor. They said she fell through. They said a lot of things. You know, there was some men involved in it. I don't know how they came about, that it came into fruition. The story is very convoluted. The story is very convoluted. So no, we may not ever know what the truth is. And the sad part is, on top of the fact that she's black, she's a woman, and so they definitely are not interested in finding out what actually happened.
Is it even an investigation or no? It's just like, this is what happened.
No, they're not investigating it at all.
Yeah, they.
Well, just like we went from a happy topic to a sad topic, let's bring the mood back up again.
We're going through the motions this episode.
That's fine. It's fine. That's the way life is. You got ups and you got downs, and you roll with it. What the fuck is wrong with Terry Crews?
What he had to do?
What do he not do? It's the question. The new thing that he did is that he said he is.
I'm sorry.
He looked like a raisin in the sun. He looked like a raisin in the sun. Okay.
He looks crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably all that self-hate that is, drying his fucking ass up. All his natural shea butter and oils is leaving his fucking body with every dumbass thing that he does. So now he's in there talking about something. He's all right with not being invited to the cookout. Nobody asked you. You're not invited to the cookout because you don't know how to shut the fuck up. And you consistently make remarks that make us look at you sideways. That make us think that your character in White Chicks is accurate, is based on true events. So I don't understand why you can't just log off. See, goes back to the social media and the roasting and the dragging, right? You're offended because the black community was dragging your ass over your comments. And instead of you sitting down and eating your food, you keep logging on and saying dumb shit. Hey, Chris. I don't know, you're not coming up on my other screen. Yes, exactly. Fucking crying games. So now you want to play victim to circumstances that you created, and y'all know how I feel about that shit, and make it worse by doubling down and saying you're okay with not being invited to the cookout. And then when they dragged your ass for that, wait, then he tried to backpedal and pussy pop and say that's not what he was referring to. Not the black people cookout. That's not what he was talking about.
What cookout was you talking about? It's only one cookout.
Right?
It's one.
It's one
and
cookout.
you're black.
Who other cookout are you going to? We only talk about one fucking cookout series. The cookout. What cookout are you talking to? I'm talking about.
He's talking about the cookout where it's raisins and the potatoes out.
That's a barbecue. Okay, that's a barbecue. BBQ. Go. No, a BBQ.
Yes, that's a barbecue.
And they sell brisket. That's not
potato sauce with raisins
and baked beans straight out the can.
I love brisket.
Well, I enjoy. Let's be clear. I did too.
Once again, I did not say that brisket was nasty. I just said they love some brisket.
It says he should just stay in his lane and continue living his life. Why should he care? But he does, Chris. He does very much so.